Alright, how's it going everybody? So this video is about how to make a bridge. You can go both over and under. So here's a quick demo. As you can see, the collisions underneath the bridge are working. If you come around to the top here, you'll notice the collisions on the top are also working. Alright. The main trick for this is in using a trigger that then turns on the collisions for these blank actors. So what I did is I created a blank sprite. Let's come in here. Two of them. One um, 48 pixels tall, 16 wide, and the other 48 wide, 16 tall. And the main thing you got to do is make sure you set the collision bounding box. So this one, in this case, it's -16 because it's centered and then right. And this one here, right? So that's the most important thing is to make sure you fill out the entire box, the entire sprite with the collisions. And then the next thing you're going to need to do is make sure for your hero or your player, whatever, that you create a duplicate of whatever main animation set that you want. Like for example, the walking animation. You're going to want to duplicate it. In this case, I put hero default BG. And then go through every one of these. Now I'm going to hit Control A and click this button right here, this box. Display behind background layer. Do that for every single one of these coming through, including walking sprites, every single frame. Make sure that's checked. All right. And once you've got that set up, then all you're going to do is place the vertical tall ones on the left and the right, and the wide ones on the top and the bottom. And it's important for the bottom one not to place it flush with your bridge or whatever, but to drop it down one because it's 16 pixels. And then the other important thing to remember is that when you do the background swapping, you're going to need to make sure you have a lot of empty background space using the Game Boy Studio White. Now you can color it afterwards, and there are ways of putting in the textures after the fact, but they have to be done using actors as well. They can't be included in your actual background scene. So let's check it out here. So as you can see, it's blank. All right, so once you've got your scene set up, your collisions drawn in, you've got your invisible walls in place, you've drawn your big trigger, you've set up your sprites, everything like that, you're all good to go. Disable all of the collisions for these invisible actors. I just put them in a group so I can copy paste it into other scenes as needed. Um, but disable them all on default, right, on init. So that way, later on in your game, no matter which direction you're entering the scene from, your player will be approaching fully open directions. And only once this is triggered do the collisions then set up. And as soon as it leaves, the collisions then turn off. And on the trigger, you're going to do on enter if player facing each of the directions. We'll start with down. When they enter, enable the collisions for left and right. Set the animation state to that BG version which you've created. And on leave, for the same direction, disable and return your player's animation state to the default. And the same thing goes for left, right, except this time you're going to enable the top collisions. And you don't need to worry about the animation state because you're not going under anything. And on leave, turn them back off. It's really that simple. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps and you're able to figure out how to do this based on what I just shown you. Hopefully it's not too complicated, and hopefully you don't come across any bugs. But if you do need any help, please feel free to comment. I'll see what I can do. All right, thanks again, guys. Take care.